We've been live for 3 years now with our new system and making things better. It's been really good. He has reinvigorated our institutional research department, so we now have an IR person who came to us from Broward College who really knows how to pull data from systems. It's amazing. She's brilliant. Her name is Dr. Pauline Anderson, and I just love to sit there and listen to her talk about data because I've kind of become a data nerd lately. So it's kind of very interesting. He also, of course, is redoing some of our student services, hired a vice president of student success. As many of you know, Florida has now performance funding, so we're based on our retention from fall to fall of our students, how many of our students are completing college, and the entry-level wages of our graduates. So it's a 3-point system and how we're grading those type of things. We do have a new vice president of student success, who's my boss. His name is Dr. Nathaniel Slayton. He comes to us from Kentucky. He's doing some really good work up on the second floor. We're in the process. I just recently, as many of you know, I took on the Director of Financial Aid and Veteran Affairs. I am now the Executive Director of Financial Planning and Scholarships, and we're hiring a couple of other executive directors that go along that. We're hiring an Executive Director of Academic Records and Enrollment, Student Success and Navigation, and we're also hiring a Coordinator of Student Development and Engagement. And as you can see, those kind of tie into what performance funding is all about: access and retention and completion and those types of initiatives. All of this kind of comes out as we are unveiling our new strategic plan on Monday. We get all the final documentation on Monday and everything, but it's all part of, and I don't know if everybody knows it, it's Covey and McChesney's the 4 disciplines of execution, 4DX. So we're really implementing that at the college, and I thought I'd just mention that because it's something that's become really ingrained in what we're doing. And so the 4 disciplines really are, 1, focusing on your wildly important goals. So you really, why are we here and what is it that we want to do? And in the book they say you should have 1 or 2, because if you have 5 wildly important goals, how many are you really going to accomplish? So you really have to streamline what is important to us and what are we doing. Acting on lead measures. So what are your lead measures? Those are those predictive things that you have influence on. So we can influence how many people we're reaching. We can influence different things. We can influence people to use the Academic Success Center and tutoring and all of those things, and those help our students in the long run. But what are those things up front that we need to be doing? Keeping a compelling scoreboard. So how do you know if you don't have that scoreboard? You know, if you go to a Little League game, it used to bother me to no end. I'd be sitting at the baseball field and be like, what's the score? What's the score? Nobody's keeping up with the scoreboard. So, and you have to have those even at the department level. So we're starting to integrate those with our staff, with my staff even. How many people are we talking to each week? Are we getting any complaints anymore? You know, those types of things, and starting to keep a scoreboard that everybody has access to and everybody can see. It's actually gonna be really great. There's a lot of wasted space up there. And it's very much siloed. So when our students come in, okay, where do I go? Oh, we finally put some help people up there that can help you, but there's also a sign-in kiosk. I go to admissions, I finish with admissions, and they go, okay, I'm gonna transfer you to advising, and then you walk over to advising. Well, we're gonna do more of a whole student concept with, this is where that success navigation comes in, so that the student comes in and is with one person, and the student's no longer going from everywhere else to everywhere else. We're going to where that student is. So if I'm working with a student in financial aid and I go, well, you really need to talk to somebody in admissions, give me just a second. I'm gonna go grab one of the advisors and bring them back and go, this is April. April, this is so-and-so, we need you to talk about this. So that the student's not wandering over to the advisor and saying, well, I talked to somebody in financial aid and she said, I think I need this.
Right.
Yeah. So it's a little bit more hand-holding, but what we found is we have to start really meeting people where they are, and most of our students are first-generation students. They don't know the language, they don't know where they're going, and we have to really try and bring all of that together. So the good part about the remodel is that a lot of those walls are gonna come down. The thought process is that as you stand in the middle of that floor, you can actually see onto the campus, where right now you can't for the most part. You can see out the front and you can see out the back, but that's it. Most of what's up there right now, financial aid, advising, admissions, recruiting, are all coming on this side. And all of academic affairs and our deans and everybody that are up in a building totally separate from us right now are coming over, and they're gonna be on that side of the building. So now if I say, you really need to talk to the dean about this and give them, I can actually walk that student over to the dean's office that's just across the hall for me and be able to say, this is the student and this is their issue and they really need to. I drive by that tree clearing, I'm like, yes, I can see the campus. It's so beautiful at night. I never, you don't think about it and whatnot. But so the object is by the end of December, they're actually gonna move all of us out of that second floor and